Morning. Welcome everyone. Day 17. And it's Wednesday. Oh, nice and early. I see you. Morning. Hi. How is everyone feeling? I do not feel 100% today, but we show up anyway. And really weirdly, I don't know if it just makes me go a little bit like, but yeah, I don't know, I have more energy even though I'm not feeling great. But we still join. Oh, Artie, hi! It's so nice to see you on here. Hey, Matt. I thought today, midweek pick-me-up, and we've kind of been working towards getting more comfortable with sun salutations. And obviously they form the basis of so many yoga practices if you go to yoga studios and things like that. So I thought today, let's go through sun salutation A again. Usually when I do like a 60-minute practice, I tend to throw usually around 3 rounds of sun salutation A, and then about 2 rounds of sun salutation B as my kind of warm-up, if you like. Sun salutation B actually has warrior 1 in it, which is what we went through yesterday. So yeah, I thought today, let's go through sun salutation A, see if I've got enough time. We know I'm not the best at timekeeping. If we can go through it twice. And yeah, just see how it feels. Keep working towards that, kind of making it more automatic behaviour and marrying that breath to movement. So as you're ready, we're going to begin in child's pose this morning. I know it's not everyone's favourite, so if you would prefer, just come in to find your own comfortable seat. For the rest of you, you can have your knees together or maybe as wide as the yoga mat with your big toes to touch. And then just walking the hands forwards, bringing that head down towards the ground. And we're just going to bring that awareness inwards. So as we usually do, just noticing the sounds around you, noticing how you're feeling today. Just becoming aware. Bringing your awareness to your own breath. Not changing anything at all, just becoming aware of it. Maybe if it feels comfortable to do so, just slowly and ever so slightly increasing the length of those inhales and exhales. Just deepening the breath. Just to where it feels comfortable for you. Feeling that expansion through the back as you inhale. And melting down into the mat, into the ground as you exhale. On your next exhale, we're just going to press up through the hands, come to that all fours tabletop position. Just going to give you an option here just for a little moment of some gentle movement, maybe through cat-cow. So just a reminder as you inhale, dropping the belly down, maybe gazing up, sending the chin towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, taking the opposite action, arching through that back, maybe bringing chin to chest. And just taking a couple of rounds in line with your own breath. We're all going to look totally different here. But just embracing whichever feels best for you. Maybe you want to take some movement side to side, some little circles coming over the wrists. And then just for a brief moment, we're going to come to the top of the mat via downward facing dog. So as we usually say, if that's something that's not comfortable for you, absolutely make your way there. We're going to meet in a ragdoll pose. If you'd like to take downward facing dog, we're only going to be here for a mere moment, pressing through the hands, maybe tucking through the toes if you're not already, and then we're just going to press the heels down towards the mat, push into the hands as you send your hips up towards the sky, gazing in between your toes, and then bending through the legs, bending at the knees. We're just going to take some small steps towards the top of the mat, where we're going to let everything hang really heavy, finding that ragdoll pose, relaxing through the neck, maybe enjoying some stillness here with the hands towards the mat. Nice generous bend in the knees. It's first thing in the morning. Don't stretch yourself or crank into any of these poses. Just let yourself be guided by what feels best for you. And then on your next inhale, we're just going to begin to roll up really slowly. Keep that chin tucked into the chest. We're going to lift the head as the last thing as we rise up. Maybe rolling through the shoulders as you come to find mountain pose, also called Tadasana. Maybe bringing the palms of the hands to face forwards. And we're going to move at a little bit of pace today. So as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe follow with your gaze if it feels comfortable. And then exhale, bring the hands down all the way onto the mat, bending those knees nice and generously. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands can be on shins, thighs. Tuck the elbows into the body as you bring the shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, send the hands back down, bending through the knees. We're either going to step here to find tabletop position, or if you'd like to, option to find a plank pose. So maybe sending that right leg back, followed by the left. And then whichever one you're in, we're just going to slowly come to lie down on the front. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to find upward facing dog. So you can either press into the tops of the feet or you can tuck your toes. I think you can just about see those on the video. And then as you inhale, you're just going to press through the mat with the hands under the shoulders, straighten through the arms, finding that back bend to a point that feels nice for you. Maybe gazing up towards the ceiling if that feels good. And then exhaling, letting everything come back down to the mat. Pressing through the hands, pressing through the feet. We're going to send our hips back up to downward facing dog. Again, just for a moment. So if you'd like to find another way to the front of the mat, that's absolutely fine. And then again, bending through those knees, we're just going to slowly walk to the top of the mat, finding ourselves in that forward fold position. Let's come up halfway, inhaling, flat back. Think of balancing something on your back here as you gaze down. Exhale, sending everything back down into forward fold, bending through the knees. And then as we inhale, we're going to come all the way up. So nice and deep inhale. Maybe gazing up, maybe taking a slight back bend if it feels good. And then let's take it for one more round. We might slightly go over time, but we'll go a bit there. As you exhale, sending the hands back down to the mat, bending generously through the knees, forward fold. Inhale, nice flat back position here, halfway lift. Send those elbows in towards the body. Exhale, send the hands down to the mat, finding either tabletop position here or maybe stepping left, then right foot into plank. And then slowly lowering down onto our front. With hands underneath shoulders, pressing into either the tops of the feet or tucking through the toes. We're just going to inhale, straighten through the arms, finding that nice back bend here. I say nice, find where it feels nice for you. That could be here, on or wherever that is for you. As you exhale, coming down to the mat, pressing through the hands, tucking through the toes, pressing the hips up towards the sky for downward facing dog. much as you need and gazing in between those toes. And then we're going to take small steps back to the top of the mat, finding that forward fold position even. Inhale halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take one more big deep breath as you inhale everything up. Hands overhead. And as you exhale, bring those palms together, just through heart center. And just, if it feels comfortable for you, if you have your balance, maybe just closing down the eyes. And just notice. Just as we did at the beginning, just notice. If you feel more comfortable with your eyes open, just finding a spot out in front of you that's not going to move. Just finding that point of focus. Letting that breath go that I'm sure carried you through that quite pacey sequence this morning. And as you're ready, maybe dropping the hands down by the side, palms facing forwards. And as always, just acknowledging that you showed up, that you're here. Thanking yourself in your own way. And I will leave you here. Definitely went over time this morning. I really apologise. I was feeling it. If you'd like to spend a little more time in Shavasana or finding a child's pose or anything like that, if you have some extra time, absolutely do that. But thank you so much for joining me. We'll bring it down a notch tomorrow for Thursday as we kind of enter the end of the week. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Let me know any feedback, how you found it, anything you really like or you'd like me to include. But yeah, thank you and have lovely days.